I like Hunter x Hunter, but I don't like the length some fans will go to praise it. I have seen a lot of praises that are inaccurate and false, and I think it will be interesting to look at them and break them down. The first praise is that Hunter x Hunter is a deconstruction. Every time I hear this, I feel secondhand embarrassment, because the person saying this doesn't know what a deconstruction is, and to be honest, neither do I, but I know what it's not. Most people use the incorrect TV tropes definition, which is basically subverting the tropes of a genre and putting them in a darker or more realistic light. That's not a deconstruction. People use this as a buzzword to sound smart. What's worse is that simply subverting tropes is not enough to warrant a compliment. If an author subverts a trope, but their writing is bad, would you still praise them? Execution is what's important. If you want to get a headache reading the deconstruction nonsense for Hunter x Hunter, go to TV Tropes Deconstructor Fleet for Hunter x Hunter. The second praise is that the story is so subversive. I've already explained why simply subverting is not enough to warrant praise, but Hunter x Hunter isn't that subversive in comparison to other manga in the battle genre. It occasionally does subvert tropes. For example, the heroes don't have to forcibly free Killua in what looked like a rescue arc. The heroes don't make it to the top of the Heavens Arena. York New City doesn't end with a big battle. Whether you like these differences or not is up to your tastes, but none of it makes it inherently better. Now for examples of Hunter x Hunter being played straight. There is a power system that has become one of the most influential in battle manga. A lot of characters use martial arts along with their powers. Fights that use the power system and martial arts are the main way conflict is resolved. Conversation and understanding can also be used to resolve conflict. The characters have to take an entrance exam to gain entrance into the main profession. There is an arc revolving around a martial arts tournament. It has training sessions. Arcs like Heaven's Arena, Greed Island, and Chimera Ant end with a big fight. There is a rescue arc where an ally is taken from them and the heroes have to rescue them. This last one is the most infuriating one because I've heard it be called a subversion when battle manga before and after have used this. This trope is a negative or dark transformation. Yusuke has his Mazoku form, Kenshin has his Batosai form, Inuyasha has his demon form. All three came before. Ichigo has his full hollow form against Ulquiorra, and Naruto arguably has his four-tailed and higher forms. Most of these tropes can be seen in the big three, which people use as a measure of genericness for battle manga. So if Hunter x Hunter has a lot in common with them, how subversive is it really? The third praise is that the story is somehow darker than other battle manga. For a few examples from other battle manga, JoJo's has main characters dying in nearly every part. Yu Yu Hakusho has audience members in the Dark Tournament being killed, the Game Master Kid being killed by Kurama, and Kurama vs Elder Toguro. One Piece has Arlong shooting Nami's mother and Robin's entire past. Naruto has the Uchiha Massacre and the Forest of Death. Bleach has Mayuri vs Appu and the entire Thousand Year Blood War arc. The only thing that makes Hunter x Hunter a little eerie is how Gon doesn't really acknowledge or pay attention to any of the deaths at the start, making an uncomfortable contrast between the tone of the story and what's happening. Additionally, the Chimera Ant arc is one of the most positive arcs in battle manga. It rewards characters who show honesty, friendship, honor, and truthfulness. See my analysis on that arc for more details. The fourth is a more personal and minor issue, and that is how people overhype the power system. Nen and Stans kind of get a special treatment from fans, and they're spoken about like they're one of a kind, even though there are similar and equally creative power systems out there. People are quick to point out flaws in other power systems, but these two are protected. But I've already spoken on the unsung flaws of the power systems enough in my other videos. In conclusion, in comparison to other battle manga, Hunter x Hunter is not a deconstruction. It is only a little subversive, it's not dark, and its power system isn't that one of a kind. The message is that you don't need to make things up in order to praise your favorite manga. Hunter x Hunter may not be as different from its contemporaries as people make it out to be, but that doesn't make it any worse. Being different doesn't automatically make a manga good. A manga can be filled with tropes and very little originality, but if the plot, characters, setting, and themes are written masterfully, it will still be amazing, which Hunter x Hunter is. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and check out my manga for free online. If you enjoy my content, please consider donating to my Patreon. All important links will be in the description.